Welcome to Chef Bobby cooking again, Jamaican style, Jamaican cooking. So this week I'm gonna cook some oxtail. And I know a lot of you guys were waiting, ladies and gentlemen, were waiting to see how we cook the Jamaican oxtail, right? I know you love Jamaican oxtail. Sometimes you go into those stores and buy the oxtail, right? And you love it. You love Jamaican oxtail. Well, this week I'm going to teach you how to cook Jamaican oxtail from scratch, okay? And you're going to love it. And guess what? When you have this Jamaican oxtail, you can eat it with white rice or rice and peas. You know, the peas, you can use red peas or you can use gungu. You know, they call it pigeon peas over here, right? So I'm just going to go through it with you, and I'm going to go slow so you can understand how to cook oxtail. Hey, oxtail is nice. It's very good, you know. So what you should do, you can buy it at the West Indian store, or you can go to 14 or any store and buy your oxtail. So what happened, I bought some oxtail, right? You see, it doesn't have that much fat. I don't like the fat on it, okay? So I bought quite a bit, and this is fresh oxtail. And oxtail is pretty expensive, trust me. Very expensive. I don't know why, but it's bone, look, you know, oxtail. But you know, what happened, the first thing I do is I'm gonna make sure I wash this oxtail, right? That's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure I wash this oxtail. So I'm gonna wash this oxtail, right? You know, wash it good. I wash it about 3 times, okay? I always do that. Always wash my oxtail. So I'm gonna wash it about 3 times, because like I said, I don't know where it's coming from, right? I don't know the journey it takes to get to the store, so I want to make sure it's clean, okay? All right, and wash it about 3 times, man. Wash everything out. Wash it very good. Okay, make sure all the water is out of it. You know, you don't want no water inside of it, right? You just want the water to come out, okay? Yeah. And as usual, I always dry my hands, you know. Dry my hands, wipe this bottom off, okay? So I wash it. I make sure I wash it about 3 times, right? Because I want to make sure that it is clean, very clean, okay? Then I start to put some seasoning, okay? So my first seasoning, I'll just put some thyme, right? We call it thyme, right? Jamaican way of speaking. We call it thyme. You guys call it thyme. T-H-Y-M-E. I always have to spell it for you. So I just put, look, I put this much in because you have to season it good. Season it really, really good. So I just put that. You can cut it up, you know, you can cut it like this, you know, and put it in. But I just like to throw it in. Then we have something you call escallion, but in Jamaica we call it scallion, right? So what I normally do, right, is that with the escallion, I usually cut off this part, right, and clean it. Always clean it, man. Hey, you gotta clean it. Clean off this stuff off it. Don't cook it with it. See that stuff coming off? Yeah, just clean it off. Okay, clean it off good, right? Clean it off good, and then you cut this little tip off, right? And then what do? You wash it. You make sure it's washed, okay? Wash it, okay? All right. Okay, you wash it. And then, remember, we call it scallion, but it's escallion. And then this is green onion. So we do the same thing. We cut off this part here, right? Cut off this. And then, you know, there's not much on this. So we wash this green onion, okay? Like I said, I don't know where it's coming from, right? So I'm gonna make sure I wash it so it's clean, okay? All right. So what I do now is that I cut it up. You know, some people put it in, you know, but I like cut it up. I like to be neat, you know. So I cut it up. All right. This stuff, smells so good. So I cut it up, you know, because it's gonna cook out anyway, you know, after you have it on the stove, it's gonna cook out. So I cut it up, and then with my my green onion, I cut it up too. Lots of seasoning. This stuff tastes nice. Lots of seasoning. Lots and lots of seasoning. And remember, it's oxtail I'm cooking now, you know. Oxtail. And, you know, lots of people love oxtail. Okay? So my next thing is that some onion, you know. Make sure, you know, onion, wash it, okay? Everything I wash, everything. I don't just do that, right? And what I do, I cut it up, right? Yep. Okay. I cut up my onion. This is clean, right? Okay. Cut up my onion. Cut it up, okay? Don't be afraid. Just cut it up. You don't have to cut it up in small. Just cut it up because it's gonna cook out anyway. Anyway, it's gonna cook out. All right. It's gonna. So you know. So cut it up and I put it inside the stuff. Okay. I just put my onion in there. Okay, doke. All right. And my next thing is some garlic. Cloves of garlic, right? Or if you want, you can put powdered garlic if you have that, right? I really don't use this because, you know, I know my wife, she grows garlic at the back, so we have organic garlic, right? So I get a couple cloves of the garlics, right? And what I do, I just put them here, and I use, you know, I can use this bottle here, just kind of crush it a little bit, Jamaican way, all right? Jamaican way. All right, like this, you put some more, lots of garlic. Okay, so we just shell them out. Right, shell it out. Okay, shell out the garlics, look at them. It just easily comes out, you know, easily it comes out. So I just shell out all these garlic here. Yep. Garlic. Yeah, no, it's lots of garlic. This garlic is fine, right? It's not a big garlic because these are organic garlic. My wife grew them. She grew them in the garden, right? So we have this all through the winter and the spring, right? So she grows these there. So these are good garlic, right? So she doesn't buy garlic during the winter time, right? Because she grew it during the summer. She have it to summertime and fall. Okay. So what I do, I wash it again. Okay, I wash everything like I said. Yep, and I cut it up, right? I cut it up in. Cut up. All right. Yeah, don't be afraid. Cut it up. Cut it up. I'm seasoning this oxtail on this. You have to season it really good. So that's why it tastes so good. Jamaican way. I love it. I love Jamaican stuff. Hey. Jamaican food, okay? And I always dry my hands. I like to dry my hands, keep it clean. So what I do, I put a little bit of salt. I don't put too much, not too much. Black pepper, yep. And guess what? So this is pimento, Jamaica All Spice, right? Okay. So this is pimento. So I'm gonna put some in this, but first I'm gonna wash it because I don't know where it comes from, okay? And I don't know the journey it takes to get to the store and everything. So I'll just wash some, okay? Let me wash some, okay? All right. Yeah, everything, I wash everything, you know, understand me? And I just put it in, right? Just put it inside here, okay? I have the black pepper in. I should put some more black pepper. Okay, season. And guess what? I always put some of this, this one is called Tamari Organic Gluten-Free Sauce. You know, we call it soy sauce, right? So I put some in. It has salt in it, but that's the reason why you can't put too much. That kind of gives it a little bit of color. You just put a little bit, not much. You don't have to measure it, okay? Just put some in and give it a little bit of color, okay? All right. So put some of that in. We have the onion, we have the scallion, we have the green onion. I don't put no pepper because most people don't like spicy stuff, okay? I allow them to put their own pepper when they're eating it, right? And so they put their own pepper on. Usually some people like it spicy. You cook it spicy, whoever like it spicy. But I don't put any, just this little bit of black pepper just for seasoning, okay? So, and then you know what? You can even put a some scotch bonnet in it, but like I said, only people who like spicy stuff, right? Hot stuff. We call Jamaica hot food, hot food, right? But I'm not gonna put any of this stuff in it. I'm just gonna leave that out. you know, because different people like different tastes. Some people don't like it spicy, some people just like it mild. Okay, so now that I have everything in, and then I use my hands to stir it up. Okay, so you know what? When I stir it like this, I get all the seasoning in the meat. You know, understand me? Look at it. I get all the seasoning in the meat. You know, understand me? Look there. All right, and the onion, you just make sure everything is, crushed out. And look, some drop fell over there. So you know what? So just put it in, okay? Right, like that. Look, see that? It's beautiful, 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 beautiful. I like that. So and you know what? This is meat. So whenever you're using meat around, you're supposed to have some, bleaching water to wipe down the place, because you don't want to get sick. Put it that way. You don't want to mix meat with cooked food and all, raw meat and all that stuff. So make sure you wipe down the place with bleach and all that stuff. Okay. All right. So this is it. So I season it up, right? So I'm gonna leave it for a little while, so let it marinate, let it marinate, and then, I'll put it into the oven about 375 and let it cook for about an hour, and then take it back out, show it to you, and then it might need some more salt, if it doesn't have enough salt, put some salt in it, and then what happened? I'm supposed to put some bean in it, the lima bean. So I'm gonna get some lima bean, put it in, and then you'll see it, and it's gonna be good. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there. So let me wash my hands because we're gonna put some stuff over it, seal it, and leave it like that. So you know what? I think with this I might put some, we call it Syrian wrap, I might put some Syrian wrap. I'm glad. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna put some Syrian wrap on. Okay, so let me get some Syrian wrap. Yep, instead of foil, because this is too white for foil, you can just throw this out. So I put some Syrian wrap. This is, they call it cling wrap, but we call it Syrian wrap. It's from Glad. Okay, so I put some. Okay, let me put some. Okay, so it can seal it in and keep it airtight, so we can enjoy it when it's marinated. I love that. I love it. 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 Marinated. I should have some reggae music right now, but you know what? No, let me just get this together. So yeah. Okay. So that's it. So I'm gonna leave it for a little while, so it get marinated, so I get the sauce and the black pepper and the onion and the garlic and everything just get inside of it and just marinate it, and then I'm gonna put it in the oven for an hour and then have it cook, have it brown. But first I'm gonna brown it first on the stove so you can see it brown nice, and then put it in the oven for a little while. Okay, so with that, we will come back to you shortly to show you everything. So Chef Bobby said, take some time, have yourself a glass of wine, have yourself a glass of juice, and for a little while, don't let your mouth drip too much. I know you're gonna want it. I know at the end of the video you can email me and I can give you the recipe, and I can answer any question you want if you want to try to cook it. Okay, so remember that. So you just hold on and take care. Okay, and we'll be back. Okay, we will be back. Thanks. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, I know you're excited and you were waiting patiently to see more of this oxtail we're gonna cook. Okay, so it's all, remember I left it for a little while for it to marinate it and season. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna brown it. We usually brown it first on the stove, right? And then I'm gonna put it in the oven, right? I'm gonna put it in the oven at 375 for this. So for the time being, I'm gonna turn the oven on at 375. Okay, all right. So we can put it on for bake at 375, 375, right? And start. Okay. And so what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna put some oil in this. Okay. I'm gonna put some oil in this, right? Some vegetable oil. I'm gonna put some vegetable oil. to make sure to brown this. And I'm going to brown on the stove. I should be using the fan, but I won't be using the fan, or else you're not going to hear anything at all, right? So I'll put some oil in so it doesn't stick, so it brown, okay? All right, so that's about that. You don't put a lot of oil in, right? See how much I put in? See how much I put in, right? Just to brown this. So I'm going to put it on the stove and, you know, turn it on high, okay? All right, on high, okay? So I'm just gonna let it heat up, okay? And then I'm just gonna put this in there and just brown it, okay? Brown this on the stove, the oxtail, right? So I won't take this off until I'm ready, okay? So just waiting for this to be hot, right? While the oven is being preheated to 375, okay? And then I'm just gonna brown this. So just give it a few minutes and that's it. Okay. So guess what now? So guess what? The pot is hot. So I turn the fan on. So I hope you can hear it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put this meat in the pot to brown it, right? I'm not gonna put the seasoning in it, just the meat only. So let me get my hands washed, okay, and get it dry, okay, as usual, because I love to do that. It's the right thing to do, you know. So I'm gonna put all these seasoning. So I'm gonna put the meat in, and you know, as you can hear it, right? I'm just gonna put all these meat in so it can be brown, right? Okay, all right. So I take off all the seasoning. I don't want the seasoning on it when I put it in, okay? Because that's gonna cook. I'm gonna use that to cook it down, okay? All right. So I put it in. So I just have all the seasoning left, right? I didn't put it in now, right? So what I'll do, I'll just stir it up to make sure it's brown evenly, okay? And as usual, I usually try and clean the stove off every time because I like to see it neat and clean, you know. I don't like to see it dirty, okay? So I just clean around all the time, right? Okay, and I just want this to brown, okay? So just let it brown a little bit, and then when it's brown, I put the seasoning in, and then I put it in the oven at 375. Let it cook for about an hour for 375, and then I'll take it out, re-season it again, small amount of season. Make sure it has enough salt, enough season, tastes nice and juicy, real oxtail, Jamaican oxtail. And then I have the lima bean. I put that in at the last moment. Okay, so you have to stay with me. You can't go to sleep. You can't go walk on the road. You can't just you know, watch something else. You gotta watch it straight. It's very important so you can get it to cook. You can cook it for someone, okay? And you're gonna be good at it. All right. So let me stir this up some more. See? See, it's getting brown. Look at it. Look at it. It's getting brown, you know. Look there. So I'm put it back, let it brown a little bit more. Because guess what? You can't eat white oxtail. There's nothing. Jamaican don't eat white oxtail. I mean, when the oxtail it's not brown. It have to be brown. We don't, you know, we don't eat it when it look whitish. You know what I mean? That doesn't taste good. That doesn't look good. So we have to have it brown, right? All right. Some people put color in it to let it color, right? So you know it go, right? Jamaican, right? So for the time being, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna boil my kettle. Okay. So I'm boiling my kettle. I'm not gonna put water in it at this moment because there's enough water in this. I'm gonna cover it in the oven, and the juice, the the natural water from the meat will cook itself, okay? All right? So I'm still browning it so it looks brown and look nice. Give it some color, okay? It smells so good, so good. Oh, oh. So now it's brown. So I am gonna put the seasoning in it. A matter of fact, let me show you what's look like now. See, look at it. Ah, ain't that nice? It smells so good. Woo. Oh, oh. Look at it. Look. See, so I'm gonna put seasoning in it now. I'm gonna put all the seasoning in it. Look. So I put all these seasoning in it. See, all these lovely seasoning in it. Okay. All this lovely season in it. Your onion and your scallion and your, we call it scallion, your scallion and your black pepper and your garlic and your all this in it, right? So what I do, I just stir it up together, mix it up, right? You know, you have your green onion and look at it, the thyme, you know, thyme, yes, thyme for you, okay? Yeah, look. So I just do it. I'm not gonna put no water in it, okay? Look at it. Look how good it is. Ah, look at it. Ah, my gosh, it look lovely. Oh, gee. Okay. So what I do, you know, I don't put no water in it. I'm just gonna put it in there for an hour, right? So let me stir up this stove here. Okay, and I am gonna put this cover on it. Look, put this cover on, and I already have the stove on 375. I'm gonna put it in there for an hour, and then after an hour, I'm gonna put, you know, maybe in between, maybe I would say normally the beans, I put the beans in when it's finished cooked because the heat can just warm, because the beans are from the tin bean. Usually you can cook the bean yourself, right? But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just get it from the tin, right? You know, the lima bean, the broad bean. We call them broad bean, you know, white one, right? So I'm gonna put this in the oven. Let me open it. The oven, it's ready to go. So I'm gonna put it in, right, for an hour. Okay, 1 hour. Okay, let me make sure it's sealed tight. 1 hour. Okay, so it's gonna be in the oven for 1 hour, and then maybe, yeah, and then I'll check it. I check it probably be 5 minutes before, make sure it's seasoned properly and everything is cooked, and then put the bean in and just leave it there. Okay, so, and then I'll get back to you again, because I am gonna have some guests who's gonna test it again. I know, yes, I know what you're thinking. If you want some, you can get some. Just give me your address. I'll just send it to you, okay? I'll just ship it to you, and you can get some, no matter where you are, okay? Anyway, I'm gonna have some guests who's gonna test it. I'm gonna cook rice and peas, and I'm also maybe make some white rice, okay? So I'll be back with you. Don't go. Just have some wine, have some juice, and sit up and watch the rest of it, okay? And just listen to what my guests have to say about the taste of the food, okay? And if you like it, email me, okay? Email me or call me, whatever you want to do, okay? Take care, okay? Ciao. See you in another hour, okay? Bye. Hey, it's Bobby, Chef Bobby again. I'm just gonna take out that oxtail out of the oven, and we're gonna look at it and we're gonna taste it to see if it needs any more seasoning. If it doesn't, then we just put it back in for a little while. We want to make sure for a little while to be cooked properly, okay? So let me take it out, and just follow me directly to the stove, and let me take it out, and I'm gonna show you what it looked like. You know, it's supposed to be brown and looking, ooh, lumptious. Real Jamaican oxtail. Whoa, this is looking good. It is looking good. All right. Let me just take it out. Oh my gosh, it's looking so good. Okay. Let me bring it over there and show you. Oh my gosh, look at it. Look at it. You want to see? Look at it. It looks good. Looking good. Looking good. I'm just gonna stir it up. It's. Guess what? It's browning so much. You know. I am just gonna put in for some more a little while. Let me just. It's almost cooked. You know. Just need another half an hour more to go. Okay. So I'm gonna put. What I'm gonna do is put a little bit. I'm gonna season it up a little bit more. And season it up a little bit more and put it back into the oven to be cooked, right? Because and then maybe I brown it a little bit. Look at it. Guess what? So I'm gonna taste it. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna taste it to make sure I have enough salt, and I want to make sure it's seasoned properly. Okay. Let me see one more time. This is pretty good. I just need a little. I'm gonna put a little paprika in it. You know. Back home in Jamaica, we use something called a nata, but over here we can use a little paprika in it, right? Put a little bit of paprika in it. I'm not gonna put no more salt because I think I have enough salt in it, right? Okay. I think, guess what? I think I'll put a little bit more soy sauce in it. Just a little bit more. Just a tad little bit more. This is looking good. Oh, look at it. Looking so good. Look at it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love, oh man, this stuff is, smells so good. I know what you're thinking over there. I know what you're thinking. But it smells so good. I'm gonna put some hot water, not cold water, remember that, okay? It's hot, put some more hot water in it, right? And then I'm gonna put it back in for another, I think half an hour. It needs another half an hour to cook, okay? And then I put the bean in it, the lima bean, right? Look at it, look how it looks beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I love it. I wouldn't taste it right now. Just give it another half an hour before, and then I'll taste it. Right? Wow! I can't waste this stuff, you know. I can't. Ha! Nice gravy. Can't waste it. So I'll put it back in the oven. Right? And all you gotta do is just hang out for a little while and have some fun, and until it's cooked. Okay? And for the time being, just let your mouth just drool a little bit for it. Okay? All right? Let me cover it up. I'm covering it up. I'm gonna put it back in the oven at 375. Okay. All right. Right there. And I am gonna leave it for a little while, another half an hour, I think. Yep. And then we're gonna get back to it. Okay. So for the time being, just hang on there. Don't go. Okay. Don't go. Okay. All right. So everything is cooked now. All the oxtail is cooked. I'm just gonna bring it out. Take it out. I took it out of the oven, and I'm gonna show you what it looked like. Okay. So here we go. Okay. All right. All right. Ding, 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 ding. Yep. We're gonna show you how it looks. Ooh. Look at that. Look at that. You wanna see it? Look at that. Look at that, right? So it is so brown and nice. Look, oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Wow, so brown. This is oxtail. This is Jamaican oxtail. Look at it. I should give you a little bit of close up one more time. So don't let your mouth run. Don't let your mouth run. Don't let him out run. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. So beautiful. So now what I do, I'm going to put the lima bean in, and I won't put it back in the oven anymore. See? This is lima bean. I don't know if you've seen. Is it lima bean? This is lima bean. This is a lima bean. Oops. Lima bean. Okay? That's it. Okay? So we're going to put lima bean in. and we're gonna stir it, and we're gonna leave it, because you don't want the bean to get soft and mushy, right? So I put it in, stir it up, and okay, and then all I do, I just put the lid back. But before I do, I want to taste it, right? I think I should taste this stuff, right? So that I can know what it tastes like, right? So guess what? Wow, look at this. This is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna taste it. This oxtail is, it's coming off the bone. It's coming off the bone. Oh, so beautiful. Oh my goodness, look here. Look at it. It's so good. I know you want to learn to cook oxtail, but just follow these steps and you get the most beautiful, nice tasting oxtail. Brown like this. Oh, so gorgeous. So soft. Well cooked. So we're gonna share this with some rice and peas. No white rice. No white rice. Just rice and peas for it. Okay. Rice and peas. So you can email me and I'll give you the recipe. I'll walk you through it again. So I'm gonna have some guests who's gonna eat some of this stuff. I know I'm gonna try to hide some from them. They're gonna eat some of this stuff and tell me what they think, you know, and tell you what they think. All right. So I'm just gonna share out with some rice and peas for them, and then they'll come back with their feedback to you. Okay. So stay tuned to get the feedback. All right. So it's Chef Bobby saying, take care until you get the feedback. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.